it was the 4th of July, and QAnon was at its height, and I was so engrossed with QAnon that all I could do was just go on about QAnon. And get featured on Vice program on the internet and do loads of selfies and tell people how ruined my life was because of the QAnon. I'm just doing an impression of someone who I saw on Vice. Vice. I hope we don't get a copyright claim for saying the word Vice on YouTube. But I recently saw this, people starting to cotton on to the fact that I've been on about. I'm not so much of a conspiracy theorist myself, even though the people just labelled me up as that. I was anti-conspiracy theorist in a way, because I knew that all these conspiracy theories were doing was just derailing people and keeping people off the track, the real track. And that's all they were intended to do. Unfortunately, for people who just lapped them up and loved them and spat out about them, talked about them, thought about them, and hypothesized about them. All these con theories, which are just popping up left, right, and centre. It feels really ridiculous as well. They were dipsticking the people, as in the populace, the masses, and how stupid they were, or are, to an extent. And it really got out of hand, these claims. And no one has ever questioned of why certain people don't get talked about and certain people do. And this so-called cancel culture, it's more like omission culture. They omit evidence or omit parts of the story which really do add up the clues and complete things for people, psychologically speaking. No matter at what level they're at. And what's concerning me most of all is that this affects the world, and that people around me obviously didn't kind of just thought I was just being grandiose by saying that it does affect the world, thinking that I was so special and actually realising, not only realising, but having the evidence as well to prove some things are going on out of people's comprehension. And these things are serious in the way that they affect people's lives. Seriously damaging. And it's mega serious. Now, this has been an experiment on my behalf and other people's. A grand experiment, really, of how much people are affected and how far people are willing to go to keep up their illusion of their own reality. And people get pissed off with me and and will automatically assume or think that I'm trying to imprint a reality onto theirs, but it's not like that. If you're in a house and it's on fire, and you're, say, I don't know, in the attic, and there's a fire in the basement or something like that, and you can't smell it, but sooner or later it's going to burn the house down, but you have no knowledge of it. It's still burning away. And you may get like little clues that it's there burning away, like the smell of the smoke, or I'm kind of going a bit like descriptive, using analogies and stuff. Look, I'm not that I don't know what I am really. I know something has gone on though. Is beyond people's comprehension, and of which I've spoken about online in front of the world, and people have realised this, and these people who've realised it are far away from me. They have nothing to do with me. Anyone who has something to do with me, like knows me, cannot comprehend this, that I've done that, that I've found these people out and spoken about them. And it comes under accountability, yeah? And who's accountable for these psychological mistreatments which are purposefully done in order to screw people up. And these people are normal members of the public who are not members of a secret society. I've caught some people out saying who paid for the privilege position to do this to a unbeknownst to them. But what is it? And someone who doesn't know what's happening to them. I caught them doing this, people. Now, people do have to really question their emotional feedback thing. And it's not a case of me just forgetting about this. And I can't. Don't you realise that, people? I know that people around me just cannot understand this, that I cannot forget about this. Even though they'd love me to forget, they'd mute me, they wanted to mute me, but they'd rather me be muted than to speak my truth, of which I found out unspoken all along for other people to see and to be aware of if they had any clue about what I was talking about in the first place. And that it was being seemingly derailed by non-members of a secret society. They're not members, no. This prison warder consciousness of society. These people in society which have been singled out as the narcissists. This is the prison warder consciousness, people.